So what do you do if you have an unresponsive student? That has happened to me, and I'm sure it has happened to many online teachers. What do you do if the student doesn't show him or herself or doesn't want to speak to you for the whole 40 minutes or hour or whatever time you have in that class? Well, one night I went into class, and at the company I work for, if you've been in the class for 8 minutes and no student has appeared in the class, then you are allowed to leave. But after 8 minutes, I decided I would hang on a bit because I was where I was and I was busy with something else. I decided, let me stay in the classroom. A few minutes later, the student appeared. She was a new student, so it was the first class I had. She saw me and then she turned her camera off. In other words, I could see that she was online. I could see her little screen. I knew her microphone was live, but she didn't say anything and she didn't show herself. And I had to teach her. So I kept on saying, let's change her name, Susan. I kept on saying, Susan, Susan, don't you want to show your face to me? Let's talk, Susan. How are you, Susan? And Susan would say nothing, nothing at all. So I wondered, what would I do? I'm here, she's here. So I decided to start the lesson and go through the lesson plan with her as if I was teaching a full class. And except that the only one talking would be me. And I started off and I went through the whole lesson, and the parts where there were games that she had to say, now speak, I played that game, and obviously she would not speak, but at one point I decided to give her her pen. So if you are on a program or platform that allows the student to interact with by writing or showing or typing even, then that's a good idea as well, I found out. So I said to her, okay, you're not saying the answers, how about you write what you think the answer is? And she started being interactive that way. And by the end of the lesson, she was playing the games. I still couldn't see her, I still couldn't hear her, but I just persisted right up until the end. And I thought, okay, this is the first class out of 5. I don't think she's going to come into another class. I don't think I'll see her again. The following week she was in class, but then there was another boy and his camera was live as well as his microphone. So I just taught him and I included her all the way. The week after that she was in the class again on her own. Same thing. She came late after 8 minutes and she wouldn't say a word, and she wouldn't show her face. So I went through the lesson again. I let her play the games, but this time she played the games, and this time she said the recording parts for the speaking parts of the games, and she also wrote all the answers. So there was some interaction. So that was the third lesson. So I have one more lesson or 2 more lessons with her, and I'll see how the next ones go. So I would say if something like that happens, chill, just relax. It's not personal. Maybe it is. Maybe she didn't like the look of me, but I don't take it personally. These are children, and they are in classes all day. Some of them have issues, so one has to cater for that. You do your part. Just teach your 40 minutes or whatever as best you can, and be friendly and be nice. They are paying for your lessons, so you are actually the one in service to them, and try and make it enjoyable for them as much as you can. I also, with this girl that I saw her once, a glimpse of her once, I take out a puppet and I play as if I'm performing and teaching a whole class. And I'm sure she gets something out of it, and hopefully things will change. If not, that's okay. I've done my part and I've taught as best I can. As I say, just chill. Don't become agitated or angry or anything like that. It's not worth it. You just teach away, do the best you can, and then you move on. I hope that helps you with students that are unresponsive.